Ooh.
Shit!
Oh shoot, break it. Day 77. Now please load, game. Don't freeze this time on day 77. It's just an extra day. You can load an extra day. There we go. Uh-oh.
This receiver just picked something up.
What thingy? What now?
I picked up my
I found a
classic
device
roast
that picks up frequencies.
pan.
That's how I found the reports last night, and it's going off now.
It just picked up a
Alright, well, let's go see where it's picking up.
frequency?
Look at the fire
Yeah,
there
what
still.
could
Do
it be?
you have a picture? Oh, we ran out of
I don't know.
pictures. That's right. Oh,
You
crap.
gotta find out.
All right, I'm on my way now.
You know what I just picked up?
No.
Yeah, no, what'd you pick
A
up?
fifth of Major Bueno tequila from the creek.
Good one,
you
Delilah. Right? Good one.
No! I am getting drunk.
Forrest Burns doesn't approve.
Good plan.
I'm a good planner.
I love
My
I love
thinking is
planning.
I could stay up all night worried I'm gonna lose my job because of the side fire, or I could not worry and let the chips fall where they may. It's not like there's any proof we were down there.
My thinking is I'm gonna follow this wave receiver.
Ooh, I like it when you think.
Ooh, I like it when you like what I think.
I'll just leave you alone with whatever these thoughts are.
Follow the wave receiver. Okay. Down the little path here. Where am I supposed to go? You gonna tell me? No, it's not gonna tell me. It is down here, right? Alright, hold on. Go back up. I know it. Okay, hold on. Hold on. It's gonna take a little second to figure this out. Could have sworn I heard a beep faster. It's faster here. Oh, oh, oh. We're figuring it out. Where are you at? Oh yeah, here we go. Oh, right through here. Go to the brush. Ooh.
Shit!
Oh shoot, break it. Examine the strange bag. What's inside? We got some keys. Okay. 5442. That is to the cave. Awesome. So the secrets in the cave. Report our alarmed
I
bag.
found some sort of supply bag, light camping gear, some clothes, basics, but it was alarmed. I think that's what was making the receiver go haywire.
You're okay? It's not a trap or anything?
Yeah,
So
I'm
far,
fine.
no. So far, we're good.
There's also a set of keys here. I don't know why they'd be hidden out here. They say Shoshone National Forest, Cave 452. Is that the one in the canyon?
Yeah, it is. Who the hell took them?
And what the hell is in that cave?
Okay, let's just think.
Says the woman with a half a bottle of tequila in her belly.
Maybe
Exactly.
they're
Come on,
panicking
Delilah.
and we're preparing to beat it. The fire has them spooked, and we have new walkie-talkies, so we have the upper hand.
Why would they think
Well,
that?
it's hard to feel like you have the upper hand when you're standing in the dark in the middle of the woods.
Oh. Well, you're back in your tower. Maybe you need a drink, too.
Wait, but I'm not though. I'm right
not
here.
in my tower.
Oh shoot.
And it's not you?
No, it's not me.
Is not me.
Oh my god, go.
I'm going.
Let me run. I'm right here. You coward. I know he's not going to be up there, but you coward. Get back here, I got Forrest Burns with me, okay? Get back here, you coward. You piece of garbage. Let me at him.
I don't see anyone up here.
He was just there.
Left a cassette player taped to my damn door.
I don't even know what to say to that.
Well, let's see what's on it.
Oh no! Delilah, you're not going to be happy to hear about this.
It's a tape of us talking down at the site.
I need
Sounds like
to drink
recorded
it.
from somewhere nearby.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah, and it sounds like we were the ones who burned it down, and that it was your idea.
Oh shoot!
No.
We are screwed.
No!
Don't worry, I got my pine cone.
Dee, just don't freak out, okay? Don't freak out.
Oh my God, what the fuck is happening, Henry?
I don't know, but look, okay, look, we can chill out a little bit. We can, hug. How about you invite me over to your tower, and you know what I'm saying, we can make the most of a bad situation. You said no? Okay, well, whatever. Day 78.
I think I'm gonna be sick.
It's going to be...
Achievement
We
unlocked.
haven't done
Burn
anything
the
wrong.
place down. That's not
Someone
reassuring.
claiming to be Henry in Two Forks called a lookout in another sector early this morning and said that I knew what caused the Wapiti Meadow fire. So I just got
Oh,
up the morning
no.
that lookout who's wondering what I know.
I promise you,
that
I
I'm an
didn't rat
arsonist
you
or
out.
That I'm fucking losing it.
I
Furthermore,
promise you.
I bet you don't have the only tape of us from last night, so someone has evidence to back it up.
Yeah.
Find out what someone's been keeping in that cave.
Don't worry, I'm on the job. I'm on the
We
job.
don't have a lot of time left out here, and if we don't find some fucking answers, when they lift us out of here, it's gonna be in handcuffs.
We just stick together. Us.
We
Stick
just
together,
have
stick
to
together.
Okay? Keep our story straight. From the first day with those girls to the person breaking in on our conversation, everything. We just gotta
Right.
be honest
Right.
and consistent.
Right.
Yeah, I suppose you're right.
I know.
I know. I am right, Delilah. Okay. So, I'm not going to check my map because I think Thunder Canyon is down here. So we should be able to go down here with Forest Burns and, do some exploration. I think we're pretty much wrapping up the game here, if I remember correctly. So we should be in a nice, good spot. Me and my boy Forest Burns. Ain't that right, Bernie? Okay, you said no. You said you're an inanimate object. Okay. Okay, we can go down up here and then right. I think if we go down here, we should run into that canyon. Not canyon, that cave. Please tell me about you're down here.
You didn't actually make that call, right? To the other lookout.
Of course
It
not.
just stuck in my craw. I let myself imagine how fucked I would be if you'd been lying to me. But now that I asked, I kind of just wish I hadn't.
Yeah, if I was lying, do you think I would actually respond to you? Of course not.
I don't even know how to call anyone other than you. And please, rest assured, I would have found someone with a better sense of humor a long time ago.
Okay. Thanks.
Yeah, Delilah. It's okay, Delilah. We cool? Use key. We're finally going to be uncovering the mystery. I'm taking Forest Burns with me everywhere I go. Forest Burns, you're in my way.
What the hell?
Whoa! We got locked inside. You piece of garbage! Wow.
Delilah, someone locked me in the cave. Is this thing working? Delilah, send someone to the cave, please!
Oh, shoot.
Jesus, this is a big cave.
Dude, this could literally get us killed. No, don't leave Forest Burns behind. You can't leave Forest Burns behind. No, you can't. Is this game gonna make me drop him? I can't go through with him. Forest Burns, I don't want to leave you back here, dude. No, Burns, I don't want to leave. No, I have to leave Burns. That's so unfair. Burns doesn't deserve it. Burns is the real victim in this story. Forrest Burns didn't deserve it. Deserved better.
Freezing in here.
He's more than just a piece of cardboard, guys. He represents a lot of things.
Is
Ooh.
anybody down there?
Hello? Okay. Almost 200 FPS apparently down in this cave. Oh, there we go. Nope, here we go. Now it's loading all the chunks. Uh-huh. Okay, now we're back out.
Hey, are you there?
Yeah, what is it? What did you find?
Nothing yet, because someone tried to trap me in there.
You saw someone?
No, someone slammed the gate behind me and then ran away. I found another way out, but if I hadn't, Jesus!
Yeah, we were
So you didn't
screwed
find
there.
anything?
No, there's a spot where someone had sunk an anchor, but the hardware's gone now.
I don't have any climbing equipment.
I just have my ropes. I'm gonna hike back to Two Forks and see if I can find anything that could double as an anchor to use in the spot.
Ooh.
That doesn't sound dangerous.
Delilah, I just found an outcropping that someone was using as a little fort. I think it was Brian Goodwin.
Wow.
Really?
Yeah, he built himself a real castle.
Oh, yep, and he's the one down in that cave, huh? 5 degrees north.
A bunch of rocks stacked up. He made a wall and a perimeter.
God. Yeah, that's perfect.
You know, maybe
We
he
picked up the
made
whole
it
board
because he was afraid
with
of
the one
death.
hand.
Whenever I think of Brian possibly going through this crap, I get sick to my stomach.
Yeah. Sorry.
Dear Ranger, my name is Brian Goodwin. If you found this note, I should be with a bunch of climbing anchors, I hope. Or it should be with a bunch of climbing anchors, I hope. Could you do me a favor and please return them to me, Brian Goodwin, in the mail? My address is 55 Foxtrot Lane North. Okay. If you tell me your name and address, I will probably give you a reward for this. You are probably wondering why I left these here. Well, these are my dad's, and I don't want him to lose them, but I don't want to do any more climbing on this trip. So I thought I should pretend to lose them. But if you help me get them back, everyone will be happy. Thank you for your time. Thank you, Ranger Brian. P.S. The reward will be good. Man. Well, here are the anchors. Explore deeper in the cave.
There's a busted old toy out here, some sort of electronic game.
Oh, I can't play it though. That's
Yeah?
unfortunate.
I like Pong.
Everybody likes Pong.
Wow. Okay, well that's unfortunate. I have to go back around. Alright. Well, we know what's going to come up here, so. Take our Game Boy with us. Relax.
So, something I never told you, or anyone, about Brian. In regards to him being out here, you know, being against the rules.
Is this not where I'm supposed to
I
go?
almost got busted. Brian liked to go out on the railing of the tower and wave at the planes that dump water on fires, and I got a call because someone thought a kid was up in Two Forks. I lied, and just said it was Ned. If I ratted him out, they would have been forced to leave, and I don't know, I guess I just felt like I was saving him from whatever shitty life Ned was gonna bring him back to.
Huh.
Not that it ended up mattering.
I can't report. I can't respond to that. Are we supposed to be able to go through? Or is there a path behind here? No, there's no path behind here. It looks like we're supposed to be able to go back to the kids' hideout, so why couldn't I figure out where I was supposed to go? Hold on. I must have missed something. Here we go up here, right? Right? I can't get down. Oh, the cracked rock. Wow, that's super specific. I was looking for like a road place.
What do you think is in there?
I don't know, really.
I
we gotta
know
find
what
out.
it is,
What
but
do you think?
Whatever it is, they don't want you telling anyone about.
They closed the door when they could have just...
Bashed your head in with a rock or chopped you up with a...
Are you serious with this shit right now?
right? You trying to scare me? Like, what are you
Are
doing?
you sure you want to go back in there?
Yeah, especially now that I'm thinking about all the fun ways to be killed.
I'm sorry. Look, at least whoever locked you in doesn't know you've gotten out. Hopefully you find whatever they're hiding in there, and it'll be worth the risk.
Okay, just keep going this direction. We'll be fine. We'll find the cave again. Uncovering the mystery of Firewatch, huh?
Oh, also, those girls turned up. Looks like you didn't kill them. Nobody did. They took some farmer's tractor for a joyride down in Riverton and, landed in jail.
I wonder if they knew anything. Phew. Okay, phew.
Dodged a bullet there.
Yeah, we've got enough unanswered shit to answer for, I'd say.
Now, can you not, sir, lock me in here? Alright, here we go. The great reveal, huh? Here we are. Climb up. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Full drop down. Here we go. Comes the music. Wow.
Ah, shit. You... Oh, God. You fell. Brian Goodwin.
Dude, that is so sad. Look at that body. Look at that corpse.
Your stuff gave out. Oh, you poor fucking kid.
Aww. Rest in peace, Brian. Looks like he made you go on anyways. Dang. That's crazy. Can't sprint up that. It's a sight to behold. Imagine if I had a picture left. Beep. Oh my gosh. That's ridiculous. Climb out of the cave and report the body. Alright. That's a downer, huh? So I have a bunch of thoughts about this game that I'll go into after we finish the game, or maybe as we report the body and we start to have the ending wrap up. That's probably when I'll begin to talk about my opinion of this game and the pros and the cons and stuff like that. Because although I do love this game, there's definitely like inarguable flaws, especially to like this reveal and the plot and stuff like that. So I'm excited as always to talk about it because I love talking about games that I enjoy. So anybody's down to listen with me, you can have some fun. Okay, drop down. Delilah, I have some pretty bad news to tell you. Well, at least he didn't lock me in here this time.
Hey, D.
There you are. I've been worrying my ass off.
The ending, yeah.
Hey, I'm sorry, Delilah. I'm so sorry.
About what? You're freaking me out.
Yeah.
He's in there.
What are you saying, Henry?
The only thing in the cave is Brian. He's dead. His body is in the cave, Delilah.
Gotta be fucking kidding me.
Yeah, I'm not
How does
kidding you.
What? I don't...
Aww.
How?
Climbing, I think, or made to look like a climbing accident.
Ouch.
Look, I think that's just what it was. I mean, he was probably exploring the cave and maybe his rope gave out. Look, whoever locked me in there probably didn't even know about him.
I'm not gonna blame her. Like, what? That is so cruel.
So sorry.
He'd be alive if I had told someone he was out here.
Yeah,
I
but
don't
you
know
know.
where he'd be, but I can assure you it would not be rotting at the bottom of that cave.
Ouch.
There's nothing to say. Hike back. I think we're leaving tomorrow anyway.
Ouch. Day 79. Okay. Yeah. Like I said before, this game has a bunch of pros, but it definitely has a few different cons. I love this game nonetheless, though, so I'm definitely interested in talking about that as we patrol and wrap up the title. Pack up belongings. Drop. What's all my belongings? Hey, I'm definitely taking the whiskey with me. Hey.
You see that plane?
No, I was just busy packing up.
Well, there's gonna be a lot more.
Toilet paper, we
The
need
service
that.
says this thing is 2% contained.
Well, is this the June fire or the site fire? Or...
Well, the two fires merged into one unmitigated disaster. They're renaming it after my lookout. You about packed up?
Dang, renaming it after your lookout. That's brutal.
About what?
About how all this stuff is connected. The surveillance, the Goodwins, Brian's death.
Look, I don't know what to say, okay? It's like the universe cooked up the cruelest thing to have happen. Does it connect to everything else? I don't know. I don't know if I even want to.
Of course you do. There's got to be a reason.
This is Thoroughfare
Maybe.
Lookout's her place, right?
Maybe not. I wouldn't even know where to begin.
Oh right, I forgot about this part.
Well, fuck.
Obviously, the
for
endings
starters, I
is
guess you
kind of
could find the
controversial for
source of
being
that
somewhat
signal.
unsatisfying, so I'm
crap.
curious.
Yeah.
I do have a lot of things to say about this
We
game,
don't know what it is. It could be nothing.
Yeah, it could also.
and I will be
whoever was
brutally
listening
honest
to
about
us,
it.
Whoever made the tape.
Okay. Yeah, look, you should pack up everything you need in case we get the call and you can't come back.
All right, look, if something happens,
I'll remember you.
Ah, my gosh.
I was hoping you'd have a backup plan or something.
Yeah, okay, I'm probably gonna move to Canada. Ontario, maybe.
A backup plan with me. Yeah, come on,
Right,
Delilah.
if you don't find out who made the tape and I have to hit the road.
Forget it.
Oh my gosh. Alright, well, we got it. This is the right direction, right? Oh my gosh. Why am I so bad at using this tracker? There we go.
What's your status?
Getting
I think I'm
close. Getting close.
Alright, well, I just got word that they are coming to get us. My place.
You sound worried.
No, it's just...
Brian?
I'll coordinate with the evac team and let you know when to head towards the tram. It's north. Far. Past where you found that cut back in May.
Yeah,
There's an
yeah.
emergency tram out there that will let you hike to the rendezvous point at my lookout.
Oh my gosh. Maybe we should talk about why we're going. So, right now, let's talk about the pros about this game. So, I really do enjoy this... Come on now. I really do enjoy this game's graphics a lot. I enjoy the game's atmosphere. I enjoy this game's acting and dialogue. Like, the dynamic between... The dynamic between Henry and Delilah is like one of a kind. Super good. But I do have a lot of endings with a lot of issues with the endings and stuff. So we're gonna talk about it afterwards.
Before it burns up. We've been causing each other a lot of headaches. Now I gotta go stake out a site that's as fit for living as the one you're about to find. You'll get it when you see it. You can't blame me for keeping an eye on you. Not after bumping into you back in May. Down by the cave, for Croc's sake. I've been up here for 3 years. I kept it cozy. Winters are harsh as hell, and I ran out of books. But I got that antenna rigged up, and...
Yeah. Ned, get to the point. Let's hear it.
She's a record you don't gotta flip.
She is awesome. I know.
I kinda get why Brian took to her. About a week ago, I stopped worrying about you finding anything out, and that's right when everything went shithouse with you two. You guys don't know anything about having kids.
Dang.
Nobody knows nothing. It ain't Andy and Opie walking down a lake to fish every afternoon. It ain't Mayberry. But you gotta know I didn't kill him. All right, we were climbing. I was teaching him. Brian was uneducated in the way to do anything. He just fucking didn't sink his anchor the right way.
Research
So I thought
info.
about going back, having to answer questions, and having to get him put in the ground, and I didn't see the point.
He has his own typewriter. Wow. Why you throw my typewriter out the window? Or no, is that the girls?
Sorry about your wife.
Oh, I can keep hold. Okay, so like I was saying before, the voice acting and the writing in this game is really well done. The graphics are pretty well done too. I definitely enjoy this game a lot. So even despite its flaws, I definitely enjoy it. Pretty much in every regard, in that kind of sense, I think it's definitely good. Now the ending is a bit controversial, and I feel like I don't want to talk about the ending until we've completely wrapped up this game, because there's still more to look at. And you know, if anybody stops and they have been spoiled, or they don't know exactly what this ending is going to look like completely, I'm not going to ruin it for them right now. But in terms of that kind of stuff, yeah, I think that this game is really well done, with like the voice acting, graphics, writing, the whole direction, the art direction, everything. It's pretty good. Yeah. So hold on. So we need to go find evidence of Goodwin. Did we not find evidence already? Oh wait, we have to talk about it.
We found the surveillance operation.
I like this game. It's a nice little story, but also a little sad. Felt like a journey. 2 thumbs up to the developers and writers. I will say that for the most part. I do agree with you, John. Appreciate your input, man.
Goodwin. He made the tape?
Yeah. He's gone. He's deeper into the Shoshone. He doesn't want anyone to know he's out here.
Because he killed Brian. Because he killed his fucking son.
No. Relax.
He's got a survival bunker with radios and everything. He made it all up.
You need to get back here. They say the helicopters are making rounds.
Okay.
Map updated. Hike north to the Thorville lookout for evacuation. All right, that's where we're heading out. All right, so I'll talk about part of my disappointment with this game's ending right now, and I'll leave the other part until later. So one of my biggest issues I feel like with this game, in terms of like how the ending ended up panning out, has to do with the ending in this twist here. And what do I mean by that? It's not as if like this kind of story can't be told and it's bad, because it's not a bad story still. But my disappointment stems from the fact that this game offers up a lot of spinning plates, a lot of plot points where they had so much
I know I should be
direction they
relieved.
could have used.
Relieved that there's no evidence of us starting that fire. Relieved that we're not crazy. That there wasn't some conspiracy. But I'm not. He was a sweet kid. With a shitty father who hid out here like a coward after dumping him in a hole.
Dang.
Delilah, I think it was an accident. And I don't think Ned meant to kill him.
We don't know what happened for sure.
That is true. It is a bit of an open
Ned wanted
ending.
his son to be able to climb.
But I
and
do believe
do the
Ned
sorts of
here.
things
I do
he
believe
did
Ned here.
himself, but Brian couldn't.
And how'd that turn out, Henry? Sorry. God, it would have been so easy to tell the truth and have him sent home. I can't stop thinking about it.
You didn't do anything wrong.
Yes, I did. And now I've got to decide whether I
Facts
tell
from
people that
John.
she's
Facts
down
from
there
John.
so they can retrieve the body or not. And if I do, I'm going to be asked about Ned Goodwin.
Aww.
See?
That's sad.
Oh, fuck.
Is that a helicopter?
Most, if not all,
Yeah, hold
all
on.
of the, of those directions leads to
Hey.
something bigger, unrealistic events.
No, there's one
You're
more.
going- no, you're
Yes,
good, you're good,
here,
hold on.
yeah. Yeah, he's coming. Okay, 1 second. Hey, they're here, but they're making rounds. They'll come back. I think I'm gonna go with them.
Wait, just wait, okay? I'm not that far.
Come on, Delilah. I know what happens here, but yeah.
They're here. They're waiting right now.
Please.
Henry, I don't want to meet you and just sit here in a dead boy's shadow.
Ouch.
Okay, I don't want to do that. I know that sounds harsh. Okay, I'll wait.
I'm not far.
Okay.
Okay, so I will disagree with you a little bit there, John, because okay, so let me kind of hold on. Yeah, so we're going up this here. Okay. So what my biggest issue with the game is I feel like this game had a lot of spinning plates going for itself, a lot of like different plot points that they could have taken advantage of to create, I feel like, a much more interesting twist or interesting story. But the game doesn't really take advantage of those plot points, and there's a great number of examples of what I mean there, and how they basically kind of threw them away. And before Max gets poggers, all ending. So, anyways, so what I mean, so here's some more specific examples. So we had, for example, the girls. Well, guess what? We had the interaction with the girls, and they went randomly missing. Oh, there was nothing that really came out of that. We kind of just figured out, oh, so you see that nothing actually happened to them. They just kind of like left the forests, you know, didn't really respond to anybody. Now they were just rediscovered again. Like there's nothing happened to them. They weren't murdered or attacked, which is not an unrealistic ending. I mean, that's something that could actually happen. But there's other examples like, what about the robbery? The robbery didn't really make sense a whole lot. You're telling me that little break-in didn't really amount to anything. You're telling me the blackmail couldn't amount to much more than anything besides it being that good one. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's so many spinning plates that this game had in terms of like whether they could have taken the direction of the game. Like, whoa, somebody's tapped into our radio. Somebody is, you know, writing down all of our interactions. Somebody's set up a whole Wapiti Station sets up a whole like little area where they have towers and all this technology that they got together. There were so many spinning plates between Ned Goodwin, the girls going missing, Wapiti Station being studied and followed. Like, there were so many cooler directions I think that the game could have taken this ending in that the game didn't really bother to capitalize on. And I understand like what you're trying to kind of say, I guess, with realistic endings, but I disagree because I don't think some of these endings are unrealistic. I think they could have used those kind of like plot points or those spinning plates, or like how about when Delilah was like on the radio and what's it called, what about how Delilah was on the radio and we thought that she was like in cahoots with somebody else? That is a whole other plot point too, that they could take advantage of to create something interesting, but they didn't. They didn't really take advantage of those spinning plates that they had set up for themselves, and they kind of just used like the smallest, probably the most insignificant plot point, which was, oh, we found Nettie Goodwin's backpack. I mean, Barney Goodwin's backpack, and you see his father was in a tower and then a little climbing accidents. It's not to again, it's not to suggest that this story is bad. I just think I understand where people can get disappointed because it seems like the game sets up a lot of possibilities with some of the spinning plates that they have, and because they don't really try to take advantage of that, I see where people will get disappointed by, and where I get disappointed at the end of the day. Why am I lost here? So maybe that's how I'll put into perspective a little bit more. Hold on, I need to go west. Up here. Is there no way I can go through here? No. Up and around, it says. Around this rock. Okay, never mind. Okay, we thought. Okay, that's annoying. We have to go all the way back down. Unless we can go around here. We can go around here. There we go. Look at that. Problem solving. So yeah, that's what I'm going to say about the ending, is that they set up a lot of different kinds of plausible scenarios with all the spinning plates that they have created. Like with the examples, the girls going missing, the robbery, seeing the random dude up on the ledge. You had like Delilah sounding like she was in cahoots with somebody else, maybe watching you. You had somebody writing down your conversations. You had a whole Wapiti station. Like, they could have done something a lot more interesting and realistic with that. It didn't have to be something like paranormal. It didn't have to be something out of the blue. I think they could have definitely created something a little bit more interesting with that kind of stuff that they set up for themselves. And when they don't do that, when they choose kind of like what we consider to be the most insignificant plot twist, would be like, oh, you remember that kid we mentioned once before, Brian Goodwin? Yeah, that kid's actually just dead from like a little climbing accident. It's like, oh, they showed us so much, they set up so much, and then they kind of gave us, in my opinion, the most underwhelming ending for that, which is where I get most of my disappointment from. But again, I do enjoy this game a lot. I love this game, actually. Again, I've said this before and I'll reiterate, I enjoy experiences that are just not your classic shooter or something like that. Like, I enjoy games that try new things and try different things. That's why I enjoy games a lot like Dead by Daylight or Rocket League or Firewatch, or even some of the Telltale games with some of the greater, the cool stories and experiences you can get from those. And my other portion of what is a little disappointing about this game comes from this ending here, which we'll talk about right afterwards. We're finishing off the game real quick. But again, I'll also stress, like, I respect everybody's opinions here, because again, I do love this game still. So despite the flaws I see in it, and despite my opinions at the ending, I still enjoy it. Alright, so let's go ahead and wrap this up a little bit before we dive deeper in what we think about it. Have a good time. Wow, Delilah. Okay, you better clean up after yourself. Flowers. Alrighty, here we go.
Oh, God, it's a nightmare out there. Hello? Delilah?
Wah, wah.
Damn it.
Man.
Hello? Is anybody there?
Hi. Yeah, it's me.
You're not here.
No. Don't be mad.
No booty. Gio, we didn't get any.
I am.
Well, I couldn't be out there another minute.
Not
I'll read that in a
another
second,
minute.
John.
Come on.
I don't want to miss a dialogue.
Henry, how did you feel when you left Boulder to come out here?
Like I couldn't get here fast enough.
Exactly. That's how I felt for the past 24 hours.
Well, I'm still mad.
But you understand.
Sure. Yeah.
Hey, it shouldn't take long for the helicopter to reach you.
Okay.
There's a debrief in a situation like this. Lots of questions.
Shit. So, taking stock, we found out an old lookout killed his only son and decided to become a lonely hermit.
Yes.
And we prevented one fire?
Basically started another.
Okay, so that's a wash.
I wasn't expecting a
Figure out what I'm doing
Hollywood
every summer
aliens
from now
conspiracy
on
rewatch
that
stuff.
Isn't this?
You're not coming back?
I was expecting a little bit more. Again, just with the stuff that they set up, with all the spinning plates, they could have had definitely a bit more realistic but better
I
twist.
don't know
I
what's
see what
next.
you're saying right now, and I'll read it in a second.
Tell you what, why don't you choose for me and I'll choose for you?
All right, sure. Maybe
Come to Boulder with me.
you could come back to Boulder.
I want
with me
some. Come on.
and figure it out down there.
She said no.
Just a thought.
She stole the pork
You don't
pond
want me
sign,
down there.
guys.
Well, I just asked you.
Look, I've got some things to do in Casper, and maybe I'll head south sometime after that. I could come by, sure.
Her apple is browning. Ew, it's spoiling. Look at that.
So, what about me?
Disgusting.
I think you should go to
She's a nice
Julia.
room, though. She has a whole oven in here, dude. Look at her.
Maybe put that typewriter to good use. Give me a sexy accent or something if you write about this.
I am. Yeah.
You gotta go see her.
Would you?
Henry, Look,
See,
you
this is
came
an
out to
interesting
bring
moral
memories behind you, but
dilemma
they're
that
still
I'll also
right
talk
there in
about.
front of you.
I gotta move on. I don't expect you to know what that's like, but I have to find some way to move on. Something to do.
Man.
What if you can't?
Then that's why God invented booze, I guess.
Golly.
Henry,
I'm kidding.
Julia owe her.
I gotta move on. Somehow.
I hope you do.
There's the helicopter.
They'll land you back where you hiked up. Good luck, Henry.
Thanks, Delilah. I appreciate it.
I mean it, Henry.
Man.
Thanks.
Okay.
Bye, Hank.
So, the first thing I will talk about is the moral dilemma. Look, I gotta be honest. I think it's kind of weird to expect Henry to hold on to Julia. How do I explain it? Julia, we know, has been suffering from dementia, and at this point, especially right now in the story, we haven't seen Julia in so long, and to the point where she probably doesn't remember us at all. And we've been growing distant ever since she was struck with her dementia, ever since she's been moved to Australia with her family. At some point, like, when is it appropriate for Henry to move on? You know, like, at one point, is it too much to you know, like, why would I go see her and not move on? Like, I don't understand the point of that to an extent. I mean, she might not even remember me at this point, you know? I don't know. To me, it feels kind of unfair to suggest that, like, Henry needs to hold on to Julia and never move on because he needs to constantly be worrying about her, or I don't know. It's just like, confront your problems. Well, how am I going to confront my problems? You know, like, I've already kind of confronted my problem in the past. Falling in love with Delilah while she was while he has a disease-ridden wife he hasn't seen in ages. That's definitely thought-provoking. I like that. I mean, look. Again, like, at what point is it time to move on? Because as we already kind of addressed, and this character's already struggled enough with, like, his wife, you know, having a dementia, and they've already, at this point in the story, it's been so long, they haven't really seen each other. He even talked about in the prologue how, like, over time he saw her less and less, and each time she seemed like she was forgetting about him more and more. What makes you think at this point she doesn't forget about him completely? And at what point do we just move on instead of just trying to harp back to the past and quote unquote confront the problems. Because what does confronting the problem really look like? What am I going to do? Go see her? It's just going to remind me of her. It's going to remind me of her condition, and I'm going to be stuck with her family, or I'm going to be stuck in Boulder all depressed about it again. I think the whole point of coming out here wasn't exactly to, I mean, it was to an extent to escape some problems, but I think part of it was just to grieve and you know, like, get over it and then move on. I think it's part of the process, and I just don't think it's fair to suggest that like Henry needs to, you know, stay worried about her and bothered. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think it's an interesting dilemma, like especially in the beginning of the game where we were talked about like whether we should have put her in like a little mental hospital, or if we should try taking care of herself. You know, like why would we try to place all the responsibility of taking care of an entire other person on Henry? You know what I'm saying? Like there's so many other personal responsibilities that Henry needs to do just for him to survive, let alone his wife to survive. Like, go to work, he has to be able to, you know, take care of the house, take care of all the personal responsibilities. We know adults got actual responsibilities, and she has a loving family that would love to, you know, to take care of her and have an actual medical professional see her. So, like, I know some people be like, oh wow, I can't believe you'd put like her in like a little home or something. It's like, that's the right thing to do, and some people might tell you, oh, it's selfish to put her in a hospital, but in reality you could really look at it as it is selfish to hold on to somebody that much that you care about, to the extent where you won't allow them to go see medical treatment, to the extent where you're putting them in danger and yourself in danger because you can't let go and move on and let them go back to see a medical professional, to go into a facility where they can be taken care of. Like, to an extent, that is selfish, to want to, you know, try to take care of her yourself and not give her the proper treatment she needed. That like, there's a whole moral aspect, a whole moral dilemma to this kind of situation, which I think is interesting to talk about. Scrolling back up, I'm going to read what John said, and we could talk about that after. I do disagree, but I'm not saying that he can't, you know, have his own opinion. That's perfectly fine too. But that's part of the reason why I'll say this. It's part of the reason why I do like this game, because that is an interesting like dilemma to throw at the player, and it is pretty thought-provoking. So although I do have disappointments with the ending of this game, I don't like think it's a bad game by any means. I love this game. Achievement unlocked, Firewatch. We're gonna get copyright. Are we gonna get copyright? I think this might be copyright. We might have to mute this. Oh, I feel bad to have to mute it on you guys, but I have to. My microphone gonna pick up the. Okay, I'm taking my headphones off. So if I scroll up, we're gonna talk about like what John said, because again, he has his own opinion. I respect that, but I have some things I want to talk about. He said the game might be misleading you at certain points to make you believe that there's something bigger going on. I agree, but in the end, I think that this game is about how people deal with stuff in life. Henry went to the forest to get away from life, while Ned stayed in the forest to get away from life. So they kind of had something going in common. I don't know. That is true. That is true. But I think if you're able to word it exactly the way you did, I think it kind of, at least if you disagree with it, you can at least understand where other people are coming from. Now, unlike YouTube, you have to worry about Twitch DMCAing. Yeah. If you're able to say that the game might be misleading you to certain points to make you believe there was something much bigger going on, then you're basically acknowledging that the game was making you believe that something much bigger was happening just to throw something much smaller at you in the twist. So if you're able to at least like, you know, concede that and know that, then you'll be able to understand why people are disappointed. Because again, in other words, they set up something much more exciting, but in the end kind of dropped the ball by showing you something way less exciting, way less interesting. In that regard, and you said, I just thought it was brave from the writers to try something different out from the norm, on no Hollywood aliens conspiracy stuff. With the spinning plates that they offered, they could have done something more realistic as well. It didn't have to be aliens conspiracy stuff. So that's not what I'm trying to say at all. I thought it was brave to move. I think we can all agree that it was a brave move from the developers or the writers to try something out different. But I feel like it's also important to acknowledge as well that just because the writers might do something that's we can consider brave, it does not mean that it's good because it's brave, or it does not mean that they did a great job because it's brave, right? So although we can say that, yeah, it was brave to try to write a different direction with the ending. Just because it was brave, it doesn't mean that it was executed well. It doesn't mean that it's good. Like, in theory, they might have had a decent idea, but in practice, it's not necessarily a great idea, if you know what I mean. Like, in theory, it might have sounded like, oh yeah, cool, this is a brave idea to take the story in a different direction. But in practice, it's like, well, now I just realized this didn't really go out that well, and it was a little bit disappointing. Alternate ending is if you don't get to on the helicopter, it actually ends up flying away and leaving you behind, which is kind of dark. Really? I've never seen that ending before. And the last thing I want to talk about, because I talked about like the ending and stuff in terms of like what the twist was, but another thing I do find disappointing about this game is that you don't get to meet Delilah at the end, and they couldn't even make it like an ending depending on like what kind of dialogue options you chose. Like, imagine if you warmed up to Delilah and you actually made you two have like a relationship going. Then I feel like it would have been really cool if they at least let you see her or get to hang out with her or go back to Boulder with her. But they kind of just made it where you don't get to see her regardless of what you do, and it also adds to the feeling of disappointment, because in reality, Delilah could have stayed. And I think what bothers me the most is that I feel like the reason why the ending is the way it is that I feel like it was like a budget thing or a deadline thing. I feel like they probably didn't have a lot of time to really flesh out the ending and really make something, you know, worthwhile. Because when you really think about it retrospectively, you go throughout this entire game not seeing a single person. Truly think about it. You see a figure in from a distance. You see some PNGs supposed to be those twins in the distance for the lake, but you go the entire span of the game not meeting anybody, and you spend the entire game talking to Delilah, which is technically just some audio going through the game. And when you really think about it, you kind of just walked around an empty world with some audio, just doing some like simple tasks like, oh, I'm cutting down a tree, oh, I'm picking up and looking at this object. Like, when you really think about it retrospectively, the game is kind of empty, and there's not really much to look. I mean, there's not much to look at. Like, and then and the whole point of the game, or one of the biggest mechanics, was talking to Delilah. There's not even an ending where you get to at least see her. That's a little bit disappointing. The only person you see in this game is the person in the helicopter, the firefighter, which I'm sure the character model was so much easier to make because it's just a firefighter little outfit to pull you up onto the helicopter and off the game. Like, I can't help but feel like it was a deadline or a budget issue, and I can't help feel disappointed when I think about it retrospectively, because the game now kind of feels empty to an extent. Might have been a budget thing with not introducing you to Delilah. On the other side, sometimes less is more, if you catch my drift. Leaves it up to your imagination. Right, like, so although I think that the ending was disappointing, I'm not going to pretend that the ending was bad. It's just disappointing. Disappointing is not the same as saying an ending is bad. Because it's not like because the ending is not bad. I think there is some cool things to actually acknowledge about the ending. Like, I like how the ending leaves everything open to interpretation, right? So we don't know necessarily what happened. I personally interpret and believe that it was an accident what happened with Brian Goodwin, that Ned did not intentionally get his son killed. However, there are people who will walk away from this story believing Ned did this on purpose. Maybe Ned didn't like his son. Maybe Ned didn't want to be a father. But I feel like at that point, and you could argue like maybe Ned's hiding out in the forest because he's guilty. Or you could argue that, well, it was an accident, but because Ned's not a big family person and because of Ned's personality, he wanted to stay out in the forest to kind of hide from all his problems, not want to, call the police and get him buried in the ground and deal with all that trauma and all that grief. Or maybe even if there wasn't a whole lot of trauma and grief, might not have to deal with that whole process. Like, he might just not be there. Like, there's different kind of like interpretations of the ending. The Delilah part is a bit disappointing though, because you can't really have any control over that, which I'm not expecting. It's not like supposed to be some crazy grand choice-based game, but I don't know. When you combine like the twist and you combine like Delilah not being able to be met the entire game, it adds on to that disappointment feeling. And then when you look back again retrospectively at the game, you realize I'm basically playing an empty game where the game will play some audio. There's nothing actually going on in the world, which kind of makes you look. It kind of gives like a little bit of a negative impression of the game. But again, I love this game to death. I love his graphics, the art direction, I love the voice acting, I love the characters, the writing was really good. The story direction, again, even though I found the ending to be disappointing, it doesn't mean it's a bad ending. I think there's some definitely redeemable aspects of it. And I think it's a nice, short, and sweet experience. Yeah, I guess I'm going to end off my video real quick. Thanks for everybody for watching this YouTube video. I'll try to get this uploaded at some point. I don't know if this could be more than one part, or this is going to be all one part upload to the YouTube channel, but yeah, it was a really fun game. I hope everybody enjoyed my thoughts about the game. Even if you disagree, that's perfectly fine. I just have a lot of ideas, a lot of thoughts about games, because I enjoy playing games and they give my feedback about them. So that's going to be for me, for everybody who's watching the YouTube video. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys all later. Peace.